Hi, and welcome to another Positive Cinematic Spotlight, where we look at movies to find inspiration and encouragement for the education community. It's Thanksgiving week, so it's a short week, and because of this week we are looking at Freebirds, the 2013, I forget the Relativity Media animated film about turkeys going back in time to try and get turkeys off the Thanksgiving menu. In the movie, we have two turkeys. We have Reggie. He is our main character. He is our narrator of sorts, um, and he is having a hard time convincing turkeys that Thanksgiving is a bad thing. That they shouldn't trust the farmer, um, and that humans eat turkeys. And because of what is considered by the other turkeys conspiracy theories and um, crazy talk, he is not accepted as part of the flock. So when the president, or more specifically, the president's daughter, chooses Reggie as the pardoned turkey, um, Reggie finds himself separated from the rest of the flock, and he decides that this is the life. He's living in luxury. He's watching TV. He's able to order pizza. And if you're wondering how that works, I have no answer for you. This is a um, silly kids film. And if you're thinking, well, in that all animated films, that's not true. There are plenty of very serious adult films, but there's a lot of logic in here that is, or illogic in here that is ignored. So don't go in planning to analyze it for flaws because you will find a lot. But if you just sit back for a light-hearted um, and heartwarming movie, then this is a good movie for you. You got Reggie, who has taken up uh, the idea of being El Solo Lobo, the lone wolf. El Solo Lobo, a phrase or in the title of a Hispanic soap opera that he watches now that he is the pardoned turkey. Um, and just looking out for himself and enjoying life for himself. And then Jake comes along, and Jake tells Reggie that he's got to go with him to try and save turkeys from being on the Thanksgiving menu. And uh, they steal a time machine built by humans and goes back in time to try and keep turkeys from being a part of the first Thanksgiving meal. There are a couple things that we can see here that we should keep in mind, and as we head into uh, our Thanksgiving holidays. The first part is that, as stated, Reggie has decided that he is going to be El Solo Lobo, the lone wolf, the lone turkey. He's going to be a loner, and he thinks that this is a uh, strength, that freedom is a strength. And through the movie and through Jake and the turkeys that he encounters in the 1620s, um, he discovers that there is strength from a flock. And more importantly, that rather than trying to be a part of a flock that you don't fit in, and rather than being El Solo Lobo, that you need to find the flock that is right for you. And that is certainly something that we need to remember. Is something I've talked about before, the importance of being a part of a team and seeking out others to support us and help us, and so that we can confide in them when we're having troubles. Um, it is easy to sit in a classroom and decide that this is my sovereign domain and I'm going to do things how I want to do it, and it's all up to me, and what I say goes, and it, you know, there is no one else who is going to help. And that's something that we got to watch out for. I think that that school districts across the nation are doing a good job of making sure school districts, school administration, certainly my district and my administration do a good job of making sure that we don't fall into that. Um, Encouraging us to seek out others within our school building. And of course, the internet makes meeting other teachers for support and um, assistance all the more available. Another part of this, though, is what both Jake and Reggie are seeking, and that's acceptance. And that is something that we also need to keep, need to monitor both ourselves and how we react to other people. Um, there are there are a lot of controversies going on this year um, throughout the nation, and one of the things that I believe is that um, the majority of us are not seeking to hurt or harm others. We are seeking what we feel is the best for our nation, for our community, and the fact that we see what we feel is the best for our community and our nation is different from what somebody else sees. That's okay. Um, we can have difference of opinions on what's best, as long as we recognize that we're not trying to um, take advantage or hurt or harm other groups of people. And that doesn't disregard the fact that there are people who do that. Yes, there are, unfortunately, but the majority of us are not. And if we remember that, then when we interact with each other and see that person doesn't agree with me, that person uh, wants to do the opposite of what I want to do, that doesn't mean that we have to be offended. Same thing on a school level, both with how we proceed with the school year as the coronavirus continues at this point in the year, cases spiking. Some people want to go all virtual. Some people want to go hybrid. Some people want to go 5 days normal traditional school. We all want's best for our students, and as long as we remember that, then there's no need to be angry that someone disagrees with us. Um, we're trying to work out the best way to address this, our students' needs, our teachers' needs, our staff's needs, the school district's needs, and the limitations that finance and the budget puts on all of us. What we can see in Freebirds is a group of turkeys, despite their differences, coming together to try and benefit the whole flock and coming up with ways to achieve the same goal despite different points of view. And that is something that we should remember as a school, as a grade team, as a school, as a district, as a state, as a nation. I skipped city. We definitely has cities and towns. Um, and remember that there's no need to get angry. And we're seeing that, unfortunately, people um, taking extreme reactions. Luckily, not at school, but in our communities. And we need to encourage others to, rather than go in with antagonism about different points of view, going with acceptance and an open mind, open heart for um, possibilities of coming together with solutions that will make most of us happy. And that's what I get from Freebirds. I want to thank, speaking of Thanksgiving, I am thankful for everything that you do. I am thankful for you coming to school and being your best. And um, have a happy Thanksgiving.